What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Ice Cold Truth, where I get into a bunch of ice, and this has been sitting here a while, and we talk truth about digital marketing. Today, guys, first off, I haven't done this in about 3 weeks, so mentally I'm probably not as prepared as what I should be. And I don't know why. You would think it gets easier. It doesn't. It doesn't. So give me a second to get in, and we'll talk about the topic that we're going to talk about today, because it's really interesting, really interesting. And okay, I'm stalling. All right, let's get in. Oh, Mo. Okay. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't get easier. All right, guys, so today I want to talk to you about white labeling and why white labeling sucks sometimes. Why white labeling is failing probably like 80%, 75% of people out there in the way that it's not actually enabling you to grow to the extent that I believe you truly can. Sorry. One thing, if you haven't watched any of these, you're gonna know I stutter a lot. I get tongue-tied a lot. Like it's hard to control the breathing and the mind when the body is kind of being under attack right now, right? So, number one reason why white label fails, and I got notes here just to make sure I remember, is false expectations. You see, normally, back in the day, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, white labeling outsourcing was really getting popular. But it's very different white labeling a process or white labeling a function than it is marketing, right? It's not black and white. Marketing is not black and white. So when Apple goes to Asia and they say, hey, we want this part manufactured, and here's process 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and this is exactly what it should look like every single time. It's just not the reality with marketing. Every industry is different, and even within the industry, every territory is different. And even with the territory, if you have a lot of competition or a little competition, or if your competition is moving right or they're moving left, it adjusts in every single way. I see so many people today getting coached where, hey, you need to perfect the process of marketing, and it's just not that simple. Now, you can perfect the processes in the sense that, you know what, we're going to optimize on day 1, and then 7 days later, we're going to optimize again, and then we're going to push forward again, and then we're going to do this type of bid review, and then we're going to... But every scenario, every action and reaction is very different. So I'm here to tell you, if you're going in and you're hiring a white label program and you're expecting perfection every time, you're in for a rude awakening. If you're taught and you're sold on the idea that, hey, just go sell a solar client, and you're going to sell them on a $2,000 budget, and that $2,000 budget, you're going to spend $500 on ads, and those $500 ads, you're going to get X. Anybody who gets that type of formula is highly mistaken, because there's too many variables. So number one is, you're really just getting started. If you're already a product guy, if you've been doing marketing for a long time, you already know this stuff. But if you're just getting started, don't buy into the lie that says it's just processed out. All you got to do is go sell and let the other company just take care of it. It's easy. False expectations. Number 2 is jumping into a white label and not realizing that it has to be, if you're going to make it, it has to be a true partnership. Almost no different than if you were to take on another team member an equity stake in your company. It's got to be looked at as a partnership. Now, with that, you got to first do your due diligence. You got to find a company in white label that really cares, that's really passionate, that is a problem-solving company. Now, again, we already said in problem number 1, they got to be they have to have the processes down, but they got to be able to react to whatever happens in the marketplace. They have to be able to react. They have to care. They have to be willing to jump on a call and go, you know what, you're right. We need to figure out how to do this better, because here's the reality. Even if an agency is perfect today, what happens in 5 months when the market changes? You need someone who can react. And so if you're going into that partnership and the idea is going, okay, let's see if they work or not, and then we're going to switch to plan B, and then we're going to switch to plan C, and so on and so forth, you're going to have a hard time. You got to go find someone that you believe in, that you trust, that you believe can be your head of product. And you got to do just that. You got to go into it and go, you know what? I don't like this reporting. And you got to say it in the right way, not a complaining sense, but hey, how do we make this better? How do we make this process better? I've reminded of several partners that we've worked with that have approached it just that way, that have come to us and go, hey, JC, we're with you. We're with you no matter what, but this is something I think we can do better. What's your thoughts on it? Now, sometimes there's a reasoning why it's not up to their standard, but sometimes it's honestly something we should work on, and we do it together. We get better together, because here's the reality. Every single agency is unique and different. This is merging two completely separate businesses together. Two ways of thinking, two ways of developing people, two ways of training, doing it all together. Now I'm going to pause for a second right now, because my mind right now is focused on my toes, because they are literally on fire right now. This is so cold. I have no idea how long I've been in here. Number three, you have to be a problem solver. I said this a little bit in number one, but you have to be a problem solver when you get there. And just like if I hire someone, if I hire Josh, my camera guy, to hire him full-time in-house, and he doesn't do something I like, or there's something that I need to develop, or something he's not going to step in to be perfect for me. He's not going to step in and do it exactly the way, quote unquote, that I want it or I envisioned it. I'm hiring him, and we have to learn to work together. We've got to develop. We've got to get aligned. We have to get aligned, and sometimes that takes time. Now, if you're still watching, I want you to stay tuned, because here's the deal. Here in a couple of minutes, I got one more point, I think. After that, I'm going to give you an offer. I'm going to give you a pitch, all right? But I'm going to go ahead and precurse it. If you're not someone that likes to be sold, or likes to whatever, likes to listen to a pitch, I invite you to turn off the video. Yeah, that hurts my YouTube rankings. I don't care. Just turn off the video and keep rolling, and hopefully you learned something. But I am going to have an offer, because we're actually going out of the white label. We won't be doing it anymore, because I believe there's a better way that enables all of these things I'm telling you about. Number 5, one of the reasons I see white labels fail, and the partnerships between those white labels fail, is because they have one product. They have one game plan. And we all know that any football team or baseball team or anybody out there in the world that just has one solution for a problem, especially in marketing, it's high chance you're going to fail. There's times when Facebook ads are amazing, but there's times when it sucks, and you got to change the strategy. You got to switch up and go SEO or go PPC or go in a different direction. You have to. And if you're just focused on one service one time, you're only going to be able to help 40, 50% maybe of people. You have to have multi-products. Now, guys, here's the solution we're putting together at Height. And I'm going to invite you that if you're interested, Josh is going to put my cell phone, my personal cell phone, right here in this video. And at some point in time, I'm probably going to have to take it down. But we're moving into a franchise model. Forget white label. Forget this, I'm going to outsource it. Just the mental mindset of I'm outsourcing it to another company until they work, until they give me what I want, or they don't give it, and then I'm going to switch, and we're going to the franchise model. We're going to get together. And we're going to come together in such a way that coaching's included, systems are included, processes included, phone systems, Salesforce, the best tools money can buy is all included. So that we're all aligned, so that we're all molded together, so that whenever we help you coach on that sales process, that is aligned with what product is working. So that when we coach you on retention, it's using the methodologies and the value that we can bring through the consulting that we actually do. And so that at the end of the day, it's looked at as a true partnership. So the idea is not, man, should I fire Josh or should I not? No, that's not the option. It's Josh. I hired this guy because he's an incredible dude and he values what I value. He's committed to the same type of things I want, and his dreams are just as big as my dreams are. And the reality is that how we do it is just how we mold things along the way. If you're interested in learning more about the franchise model, what that looks like and how it empowers people to actually grow and scale, I invite you to text me. Shoot me personally a text. And we'll just have nothing more than a conversation. Because for me, I feel like the rate of success, even among what I believe are the best white label companies out there, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I want to see a higher rate of success. I want to see a faster rate of growth for these digital marketing agencies. And I believe that together, we can scale, we can grow, we can overcome, and we can do way more than apart. Now, if this video has helped in any way, or any thoughts or ideas or anything, I invite you to share it, Follow me on Instagram, follow Height, look at what all we're doing. My commitment, the reason I'm in this ice, the reason I'm doing these videos, not because I like them, I actually hate doing this type of stuff. You ask anyone on my team. But my commitment is so great that I have to overcome these things. My commitment is to become a leader worthy of leading 1,000 people. At Height, we're on a mission to create 1,000 jobs that empower people to live life to the fullest. And I want to invite you on that journey with me. Have a great day.